Huh. Bad girl. How is it going on today, everyone? Welcome back to another
I
stream.
trust this will suffice.
Hmm. I'm finishing up my Ever Crisis dailies. I play this game every day since it's released. The There's been a crazy amount of Pokemon leaks within the last day, and I've been trying to keep up with them, but I'm not trying to look at too much stuff because some stuff is like for the new games or the games that haven't been announced, or like Gen 10. The Game Freak is working on Gen 10, and some stuff about the Legends game next year came out. But leaks are never really a good thing,
Whatever.
especially because of what happened with Insomniac last year or earlier this year.
Hey,
Um, Obviously, like Insomniac is like not doing a lot of those Spider-Man projects anymore, or just projects in general that were leaked from them. Besides the Wolverine stuff, which someone got their hands on the super early version of that game, and I'm sure that pushed back the game a lot. because we haven't heard anything about it since. But I really hope the Game Freak leak that they don't cancel any of their projects, because there's some stuff like there was some stuff on there, like it was like a multiplayer Pokemon game that's Splatoon like, and there's I don't know, I just don't want them to. Oh yeah, he's vaping. I just don't want them to cancel any, like feel discouraged and cancel, scrap their plans for some stuff, because leaks happen, and especially leaks to this magnitude. Like I was okay with like the beta, like seeing beta designs of older Pokemon. That's always cool to see, because it shows you a lot of like early ideas of Pokemon. I always like to see early designs of Pokemon, what they used to look like versus what they are now, or just scrap Pokemon ideas, or Pokemon that they had designs for back then but they use now, or they've used in other generations. Because Gen 1 had a lot of scrap Pokemon. Gen 1 and Gen 2 had a lot of scrap Pokemon, and they ended up using some different types of forms later in games, which is pretty cool. It's always good to see those, but not like leaks of new games and stuff that's not out yet or haven't been talked about yet. Not really cool. And I guess they're the Game Freak company's employee information got leaked too, but nobody's really. I don't think the leaker didn't talk about that. I don't think, like, he didn't put that out there, thankfully, but it's still a breach of employee identity and whatnot. Not good. Not good. But anyway, we're trying to find Maria. I did finish the last few days, so we're on the actual mission day, which was the day of Calamity, end of mourning period. I think I ended up, I did like all these days or whatever. Didn't really do too much. I just hung out with my people, Stroll, Hulkenberg, and Brigitta. I still don't know how to say her name. Now we're trying to go find Maria because she left the inn because she's sad about her dad, but it's obviously not safe for her out here. I want to find Katharina, but I don't know where she is.
I'm in it now. This is all right. Now, how did I wind up here? Hello there.
Yeah, why did he let her pass? Evening. He actually went into the castle, or the mausoleum.
Huh? Why?
What are you doing here? Let's go home. Everyone's worried about you.
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why. It's our fault.
It's our fault.
What? How?
You?
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It'll work out, don't worry.
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
I didn't get much sleep at all last night. Well, I got like 5 hours. I've been waking up so... I've been having so much bad sleep lately. I don't know why.
Maria, you're safe.
I can't sleep past like 4 or 5 hours. And even on my days off,
Sorry for
like today.
leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
I'm fine. I
Is
just...
that the end?
I just need to
hungry.
chill out
Maria.
and stay asleep
Yes,
for longer.
that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together.
I got up at like 7. I went to sleep at like 2.
Finding her.
I went up and I got up at like 7 something. Turned on
It
my
looks like
my
she's worked
dragon's
things out.
light
She's a strong girl. But we've more troubles ahead.
and then lay back
How
down.
now do we
I was
resolve
in and
this
out of
curse upon
sleep.
His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded
I
by
ended
the
up doing
king
everything I
himself?
needed to do before I
wish I
streamed
could
today
have
anyway,
that.
so
The prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
think about it together. Try to calm your mind. I'm not awake. Try to calm your mind.
Try to calm your mind. Don't be so tense. Fair enough. I suppose if I've any real weaknesses, it's that I don't know how to relax. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Feels like months ago that I spotted you buried in it. Can you read?
Want to read it? If you don't mind.
Why does the book look
Since we finally some
smaller?
room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne! Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy, and the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
I'll be right back. Try my best to have some amount of energy today. So tired. I've been neglecting my sleep like all week. It's been so bad. I work early tomorrow, so I'll go to sleep earlier tonight. Try to wake up at when I'm supposed to. Well, I have no choice but to get up when I'm supposed to, but alright. We make Luis come to us. We get the people's attention. We enter the tournament for the throne.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit.
I'm sure he already knows
Our best chance at finding
about
this
us, I
owner.
think.
Just hold on a second.
Maybe.
Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks would be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
Yeah. It's for Maria. It's fate.
No point fighting with fate.
Your courage is admirable.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
Rias's journal.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
I'll admit I'm nervous. I have to carry on his legacy.
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That's a plan. I'll never actually succeed. I hadn't thought of that.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Thank you. We'll meet again.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
Oh.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering. I'm not a kid. I'm asking the questions.
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And
Elder.
You wanna be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out.
He looks like the big
We got a deserter turning
commander
up.
guy.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. Now, you're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there. They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
You lot here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
Get a lot of zeros
This
there.
might just be perfect.
You have any
Boorish
idea
young
who
man.
it is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin, you can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Look what you got on, man.
Stuck up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Stop his evil deeds. We don't need to win. Maybe he has a big head.
Maybe he just wants to stop the criminal's evil deeds.
We've got more important things to worry about.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barden, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
You're not pitiful. We would never laugh. We want to help you.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all. And thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
The way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
What in the blazes?
Oi, oi.
No, thank you.
Who does this guy think he is?
I can't forgive that, no, sir.
True.
Look at that.
Really now? Older.
What a bunch of jokers.
Let's focus.
100,000. A lot of money.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
No, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight. Let's rest.
That's all I can do?
Well met, eh?
Hey! Yeah.
Fancy.
Now then.
I wonder what it's gonna be.
Don't push yourself too much.
Hello.
What?
Oh. Oh, is she in our room? She might be in our room. Oh, never mind. Can't really do anything else.
Good night. Can I come in?
Oh. Can't sleep, wanna read some more? What's wrong?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Don't have to worry, I won't tell her.
Oh, it's all right. You don't have to worry.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise. Wait for me.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again. Can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Promising returns. Maria's waiting for us to return home and regale her with tales of the strange and distant places we visit.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you.
Oh.
I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Don't worry about it. That's putting it mildly. You truly are devoted to him.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital.
The very beginning of the game. I do, not really, when you got me thrown out.
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another.
I was wondering if
so,
that was going to
is a
come back
novel
up.
Envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. You needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Everyone's bonding over our book. I like it a lot.
So it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on.
I want to stream for a decent amount of time today. I'm probably gonna wake up more and more as the day goes on. I've been up since like I've been actually up since like 11, 10. Is that a girl from Pokemon? Pokemon Sun and Moon? Lucamina or whatever her name is. Like my eyes are heavy right now. I'm trying my best to have some sort of energy. I did not think she was about to start singing. Who's that? was a short song.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Why is this guy like...
Ladies and gentlemen,
Where did this guy even come from?
welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne. For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster.
How can everybody hear him?
He
He doesn't have a mic or anything.
Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
I thought his eyes were open for a second. I was like, what is going on in his eyes?
Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Guido!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Why would he need to?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No.
Yeah, the only thing this tournament is just
country needs
swaying the people, really.
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
Where's our carriage? Gauntlet runner.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait!
Oh.
Don't you behave!
A land runner? It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash! Whoa!
Oh.
What the heck is that?
So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a
This is our Sid for metaphor.
Have a care, you fool. 'Twas bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right, I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go, prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin.
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
You can fly.
It's incredible.
Maybe not that fast, I guess. If she... I wonder. I don't know. That's alright. You can hold on to me, Gallica. I ended up standing out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Well, what's with this thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
I'll just run her along the main road then. The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now? We want to go to a place called Martira. Old castle town, I think. Should be a ways south.
Hold on.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Let us hurry.
Oh, I smell. Oh. Let's see here.
Hold on. Hold on. This place here.
Kidnapper.
This place here. This place here.
Wow.
So it's gonna take us 3 days? 4 days to get here? Down to Martira, eh? On this craft's legs. Oh, I'd say that'll be 4 days, 3 nights about. 4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage, and surely the roads would be safer at that kind of speed. Volley good. Now cinch those britches, chaps. Full steam ahead. To old Martira, old castle town. We didn't even learn his name yet.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you use to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Fuck! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
It's amazing. Is it safe? Not interesting.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite...
Well, we can't see him.
He was heir to a noble house.
Ew. I thought he was about to scratch himself.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit... excitable. Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage?
I thought this was current.
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage?
Excuse me.
Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
Pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! unacceptable, unthinkable. I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the value runner alone.
Look, this runner... it is fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world. I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him. This is better than nothing. If we die, we die together.
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
I wonder if he's if he unlocks the gunner class.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Grylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
Perfect. It sounds impossible. I trust all of you.
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close.
We might end up getting a monster head anyway.
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet...
It might get stolen from us, though.
Indeed, that we
I can see that happening.
Man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the Gauntlet Runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no fairy picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
I like Nerys so far. The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities such as the strategy room, the lounge, and kitchen. You can also visit Academia by finding more and interacting with him. Let's visit the engine room first. Take your time and have a look around there.
Oh, yeah? Let's see here. It's your call. Let's see.
It's a campground.
And there's a camp. Which one?
A carriage can't begin to compete with Gauntlet Runner's speed. I suppose they've earned their reputation. That I'm in constant fear of losing my lunch is far from ideal, but once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant. The runner makes a smooth ride, oh my gosh. Eccentricities aside, he has certainly earned his title as court engineer. That said, I'm more concerned with his unseen workings. I do hope he hasn't made any dubious additions. We're supposed to go to the engine room. Oh, we're at the back of it? No. Oh my gosh, I thought someone was shooting. What is that in the air over there? What is that? Oh. Is that an enemy? Or something. Some stuff flying. Oh. Pretty cool. I highly doubt we can fight them here. Maybe. Whatever that thing is. Dragon? Oh. I think we've... No, we haven't fought one of those before, actually. Not now. Washroom.
Incredible!
Can we hop in mid-ride and take a bath? Now that I can get used to it. I call first dip. Were you just going to stride up and were you just gonna stride up and strip nude? Where do you think you are? Unacceptable. Really? It's a bathing room. I ought to mention no running water yet. Working on it. Oh, never mind. Huh. Let's take the food out of here. I thought those were bugs. It's Magla, I think. Hulkenberg said that most things are edible if you put them over a fire, but is that true? Have you not eaten before, my guy?
Got it. Got it.
I guess I can't cook yet.
What's this?
Sleep little odd things. I just feel like it's dropping the frames right here. Washing machine. Huh. Wonder what that's used for. Well, wonder what washing clothes does. Cleaning tool. This thing has an artificial heart or something.
Hello?
First time on a gauntlet run, eh? Whoa, that scared me. Looks like that pipe's in here too. Caught a runner phone. There was one in every room. Now I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magma crystals. I see it right here. Used to be you'd take your life in your hands when you traveled the wilds. Then, thanks to the king's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on the colossal beat, made for zero momentum loss even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed, another step closer to my dream. Long story, my girl, best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then, maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that's a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. You just watch. It'll be sunset before long. They'll start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. You'll continue toward your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, read books at the bookshelf, or use the washing machine. More activities will become available over time. You can also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help to improve your virtue. At the end of the day, the choices are cool. So do these pass time though?
Come on.
Oh. No.
Got it.
Okay, it's like a Persona 5 training in your room. What does this do? Max MP?
Understood.
Yep. Let me see what cooking does. What is this? Oh, never mind. Use the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies. Eating prepared meals can grant your party various positive effects. To cook, you'll need ingredients, buy them, win them, or find them lying around. To try experiments as much as possible. After you've made every dish at least once, you may learn how to craft the ultimate culinary masterpiece. Not yet. I don't know when is a good time to cook. Is it like right before we go somewhere? Okay. I feel drunk. Oh,
sorry.
I didn't mean to do that. He has motion sickness.
Speaking of,
Nira said he got the kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I hardly consider myself a chef of any great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to try some of the recipes he learned at the Hushed Honeybee. Oh, I'm reading. Oh wait. This appears to be a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fanciful place called the New World. I haven't started reading it yet. Expand the mind, more imagination. Eloquence. I don't know what to do first. I don't really think I need to raise my MP or HP yet. It's kind of pointless right now. Cooking, I guess that's just what would cooking give me though? I guess just I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna end up doing it anyway. I guess I could cook first. Stroll likes red grass roasted beef dough. Curative coney roast. What is
What now?
Vulcanburger like? Sublime spoonful. I guess I can make him. Oh.
Let's check.
Got it.
Quality meat is delicious all on its own, but if you prepare it with a little effort applied to the right places, it can taste even better. That was something I've heard anyway. In other words, we can't just haphazardly toss things together. Proven combinations of ingredients will win the day.
Got it?
Heat control makes all the difference with meat. Ready? This is the moment we've been waiting for. You must strike the perfect balance between delicate and bold. That done, we're nearly to the finish line. I wouldn't be so exacting if this was just my dinner, but when you cook for others, you gotta give them your best. It looks amazing. Even by sight alone, I know this will be delicious.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
I wonder if we can explore the area. Probably not, but establishing an encampment. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart gauntlet runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While at an encampment, you can use any of the facilities of Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try.
Your thoughts?
Smooth as butter, luxurious as a palace. Absolutely, I wouldn't go that far.
Yep.
Apparently you can eat these bugs, well, according to Hulkenberg. Green eater moth. I'll use it in something she wants.
Well met.
I'll talk with Hulkenberg, since I still need to get her stuff up. I don't know if this helps increase her level or follower level or follower rank. This power we've awoken to. I've all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each of their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is like their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool, it's bizarre, it's kind of scary.
Certainly.
I think it's cool.
I see.
Oh, it does. I do find the artistry of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking on how they look per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not in the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why it is so exhausting and why it cannot be maintained for so long. The ravenous appetite I had up afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence, maintaining our food reserve.
All right.
Ooh. What a lot. Getting quite late, but we've a ways to go yet, so I would very much like to continue chatting with you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleep quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh? They're better than I feared, considering how tiny they are, but I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners are really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, near us? Alright. My courage will go up. Already have a decent amount of wisdom. Even though I should look into getting more. Don't really need to cook.
All right then.
If I could read, I can talk to Stroll for courage. I'm almost there for courage. What is this? What is these? What do these do? I didn't see what it did. Imagination. Eloquence. I would like to get another one leveled up, so maybe imagination, maybe eloquence. I'll read the book.
What's that?
Apparently this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. This section's part of the basics. First impressions are vital when it comes to negotiations. Okay, I guess that's true enough. Lower the other person's guard by assuming a natural smile and humble demeanor. Then use flattery to probe for weak points. Probe for weak points? Why? Strike them down in one hit to gain the upper hand, to exploit them without mercy.
Sure.
No
Oh, I see. It feels a bit underhanded, but I guess if you need things to go your way, that's how it has to be.
All right.
Oh, nice. By 4. I'm pretty sure Persona didn't have like the little bar, like the progress bar. It goes up little by little on this game. Like before, it was just like, it just shows you the stat. It doesn't show you how much points you have in the stat. I'm glad they have that right here. I'm surprised. I guess a bit of force can go a long way in helping negotiations.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view
What is this? What is this?
Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? The tree in the desert.
That's
not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? How does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Nurse pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front.
Hey.
Wow, Nearest, how did you get so good at drawing? I'm a boy. Meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished. Take it as a keepsake. Giving it to me wasn't for research. Sure, I can have this? Yes, yes, of course. I've already committed it all to the safety of my mind. I have no need for the sketch itself anymore. I received Neris's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never seen it, or has never been here.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something like from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place.
Huh?
A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely. Gallica is a most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me a great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what matter of anomaly its current color portends. We took a brief detour, but I feel that seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
All right.
Oh, nice. Good.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet.
And that didn't waste any time.
Concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself.
That's pretty cool.
Monsters run rampant in the wild.
I thought it was just gonna be a straight shot.
Sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place marked here is.
speaking of,
Excellent time. I've just heard something that caught me rather by surprise. After our cart to Grand Tread was beset by bandits and you were thrown out, you walked the desert to reach the city. Such a vast, empty expanse. An easy land to get lost in, I'm sure. The cathedral guided me. I had Gallica.
Fair point.
Of course, you've no need to worry with her at your side, I suppose that's why she's been tasked with the role of messenger. Well, in the event that you ever find yourself lost in the wilds, let me offer my own advice. Search for the first star. The star that star moves to the west in the evening and to the east at night. Time and time again, it helped correct my path in my journey to find His Highness. Still, I must say, I did not expect to return to a life on the road. It will be a long journey yet. Perhaps we better rest while we can. Oh, I didn't know she can sit on our shoulder if we stop moving. I wonder if we can. No, we can't. We can't turn off like the UI stuff. That's cool. Like the UI, you can't have it be. on screen. Like sometimes you can change the UI for being like not there, and then when you start moving, you'll see it again. Can't do that in this game. Let me be. I don't think I can talk to or have a have a French followership or whatever it's called with what's his name yet. I don't know where he is anyway. Nuris? He might be downstairs actually. Oh. I didn't even know I can come down here. I've never seen an igniter like this before. Wisdom? Sure. I'll spend some time with him.
Spare a moment?
Just a drop, pour on the grease. What do you say? Both the grooves, just a drop.
Oh.
Nice.
All right.
Now then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, now she can fly while we're moving.
Oh wow, I missed all this green.
Oh, why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
Uh-oh.
What the? Did we just crash? Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
I had a feeling something was gonna happen. Are they attacking us or are they fighting each other?
My star is rising! Ah!
Sanctus of will reign!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damn fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs.
What
A crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
Oops. We cannot afford to abandon Glodell if he's one of Luis's supporters. Are we gonna?
Plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win, and Vorden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's help out Glodell. Oh, this is hard because I don't want to help him out. He's on the bad guy's team. This is not good. Oh, this is, I don't know. Let's see how this plays out. I guess we don't have a choice.
Let's give Glodell a hand here. Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Glodell's aid.
I say, hold on.
I don't think that's a good idea, but
No-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we have the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner folk out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Glodell. Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That gauntlet man. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
That's how he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Let's go! No.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Mate! Wind! It's a Vitus power. Lightning!
No holding back! Take that! I shall seize my chance!
They have 4 turns.
Take this! What could you hope to achieve, dear God?
He knows we can't attack him.
Let justice prevail!
Oh, maybe dark.
I strike with conviction!
Let's go!
But I don't have a dark move.
Burn! I'll show you the essence of truth. I'm counting on you.
I call upon royal power within! I'll cut you down!
Sanctity is supreme!
What could you hope to achieve? I won't lose.
For all that we strive for!
That helped.
I owe you. It's too early to go to his side.
Scour! Me! Hold on, looking good here.
I shall vanquish evil to his side.
You'll be dust!
I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now! Feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh!
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brothers! Take this!
Oh.
Comrades, lend me your strength. No, not this. Let justice prevail. Sever!
Fight is power. Peasants!
You better be. Lend me your strength.
Oh.
Not this. Come forth, royal soul. Nice.
Oh.
Behold! I call upon royal power within! I'll crush you! Sanctism will reign!
Nothing.
Suppose this is it. Take
Someone
this!
get him back on his feet! Stroll got knocked out. Can anyone get him back on his feet?
I wanted to see how much damage that was gonna do, but didn't do much.
You hit their weakness!
Witness me,
What is
royal soul!
happening, Captain?
Good mistake. Sanctism will reign!
Only a flesh wound. Look out! It's nothing.
Sanctism will reign!
Brace yourselves!
Are you prepared?
Let me rethink this.
You can't run! They die hard! You!
Healer! I strike with conviction!
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
I think not, you rotter!
Oh.
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey, get down here.
Was that the singer? I think that's the singer lady.
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I want to help. Are you hurt? I guess you'll live to see another day.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really capable of?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough,
How did he even
miss.
get here
Fair
anyway?
enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chasten and shoot. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face.
You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Oh, Hulkenberg is a fan?
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
But that's... Oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore.
Oh.
No, the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh?
I thought he was
Yes, those are
looking
quality
at
parts and
the
no mistake.
lady.
Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno! The kingdom's greatest singer! The dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble.
Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
Now what?
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
This feels like a Xenoblade game. Oh.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
I'm a candidate. We're your supporters. Take a while to guess. I am a candidate.
We're your supporters.
Hence your retaliation against Godot, then?
He's also a candidate, though his name doesn't carry any weight.
One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side? And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
You know.
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
He's asking why I became a candidate. How should I respond? To become king, to help save the prince, to help you. That is not a good thing to say. The prince is dead to everyone else.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of swordhounds.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
I know that must suck for us.
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Glodell. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power.
I thought he saw us before, but maybe
Let's
not.
find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
We didn't make ourselves known when Grius attacked or tried to attack him earlier,
and
so.
the darkness claims its dominion. The Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Ah! Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
Oh.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
I don't think it is. You seem troubled.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see. She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a ballet apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Correct. might not stream too much longer. I'm so just out of it, really. Like my energy is at 0. I've been trying this whole stream to like wake up, but it's just not working. I don't know.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Camaro?
This one's important.
Writing a spark, an old inventor Nearest once knew is living in Camaro, a village near Martira. He may be able to tell us more about the relic he once showed Nearest. So we're gonna form a bond with him right there.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
We'll arrive in Martira this evening, then good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. Very girl's right, you know, a carriage could never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies, I am grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we are supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client, Barden, awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
This looks like a Bloodborne town.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Like Yarnum.
Ah, you're here. I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctoress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates' gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Luis is a tyrant. All fights have casualties.
But surely all fights have casualties.
I suppose. There is truth in that.
Hey, read the room, will ya?
Captain,
Are you sure we can trust these strangers? These Berkeley boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes.
I don't want to like
Now,
have
I'm
them
sure
going.
You must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
You can try
overthinking
our
it.
local speciality, perhaps.
You've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl.
I'm glad Hulkenberg isn't so stoic. He's very like normal.
At stake, lad. Go on. Don't worry, and I'll sort
Like she has emotions and she shows character a lot. Everyone does.
while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
Like there's not like a stoic character in our team. Like someone who's just straight faced all the time.
Some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great, looks great. I'm not sure about this.
Looks great. What is with that smile? Not you two.
Sounds squishy. Surprisingly tasty.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man.
We're eating a baby.
Royal candidate.
A baby
How was it?
larva.
Sometimes the insides
Larvae.
can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Yeah.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And do you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So... is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
Are we leaving the town already? Whose pink one is this?
Oh,
Rival Gauntlet Runner.
Trouble. Let's see. Let's see. Here's where we are now. All right. Let's see here. Here's where we are now.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's save this town together, we'll get the job done. Just have our rewards ready.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together,
Intestines,
sure we can find a way to the stronghold
or
without
just
falling prey
whatever's
to those
inside the
bugs.
body. It's disgusting.
Now, please, dig in.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wild.
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please.
Yeah, she
rest
loves
your weary
bugs.
heads for today.
If they aren't here to con a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
Pleasure to see you.
Got a moment?
What? Alright, Morgana.
Got a moment?
Where's the... That it? You ain't gonna let me go and see the town? Interesting. I love a good end. The runner wasn't so bad.
Look at that.
Right?
Can't do anything else anyway.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
That was like a whole week we just spent traveling, doing all the story stuff and whatnot.
It's gorgeous out.
Hold on.
Let's hurry.
I don't know, it reminds me of Calm too.
I'm out of ideas.
Just a sec.
Oh. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it there for today. I'm gonna try to get as much sleep as I can. I work early tomorrow. I'll be off by 1 p.m. Then I go in late the next day. So I might come home and take a nap for a good long chunk, and then stream later in the day or when I get up and eat and all that. Because I want to get off work, shower, eat. Maybe take a nap or take a nap then eat. I don't know yet. And then stream later in the day, most likely around 7 or 8 p.m. Most likely. I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Or I'll just play this on my own. Either or, I'm gonna be in a different spot most likely because I don't play more right now. But I just can't focus like on the stream. And like speaking and stuff because I'm very tired. I'm very tired, but I appreciate everybody for stopping by, checking out the stream, checking out the YouTube video. I'll be back again Either not tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, I'll be back Tuesday. I'm off Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for stopping by, checking out the stream. You guys have a good day.